Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. This is the spring sale, so it is only 15%, which I don't usually go as ham with the 15% as I do with the 20, just because I'm a brat and I just act like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys what I'm buying and then what I would suggest. I'm doing this early instead of doing a haul because I know you guys want to hear some suggestions before the actual sale, which I do believe starts on the 18th. So I thought instead of doing a haul, I will do this video now so it is up beforehand. So I'm going to start with the things that I know I am going to purchase. The first thing is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I have raved about this. However, the shade that I was using is the shade Chantilly, and I just needed a different color. So I have been sampling some, and oddly enough, the one that I like is Custard. I actually have it on right now because I have a little sample of it, but I did not anticipate that being the color that worked for me, but it matches my foundation and like my actual skin color, which is what I was looking for. So I'm going to pick up Custard in that concealer. Another thing that I have raved about before, but I don't think I've talked about it as much, but I use this every single day, is the Marc Jacobs highliners. I'm probably going to pick out a few different shades, but I'm definitely getting the blacker. I use this every single day in my upper waterline just because it just makes my lashes look even thicker. I love this, this liner. It doesn't move, and I am almost out of mine, so I know I need to pick up a backup. I also want to try out some new mascaras. I just recently picked up the Dior Show and the Maximizer, or whatever it is, the primer. But I'm also going to pick up the They're Real from Benefit. I've heard great things about this, so I'm going to try that out. Ooh, and I'm also going to grab some foundation. So I like getting samples of things and trying them out before I buy them, just because I know I'm not going to waste my money unless it's a new launch. If it's a new launch, I'm just going to buy it. But these three are not new launches, but I want them because I am trying them out, and so far, so good. So the first one I'm going to grab is Double Wear from Estee Lauder. Now, when I first tried this foundation, I absolutely did not like it, but it was before I was taking care of my skin. So what I want this for is for the summertime, when I'm on my motorcycle, when I want something to really, really last. This has a new claim of 24 hours, so I'm definitely going to put that to the test. Not 24 hours, because mama is not keeping her makeup on that long, but I have been wearing it and I've been liking it so far, so I'm going to actually grab that foundation as well as the Dior Forever foundation. This one just recently came out with a shade extension, but beware when you buy this foundation, try it out first, because this foundation oxidizes like no other foundation I've ever seen in my entire life. I actually have on right now a sample of the Dior Forever in shade 10. That is really, really light. It goes on light, but then it darkens. I tried 21, 15, 14, several different ones, but some turned to pink. Some was just like, whoa, that is so dark. I'm going to have to grab 10 and 21 because I know I'm going to have to mix them as I'm going up to summertime. But this foundation just seems to kind of, it's very lightweight, but medium kind of coverage. I don't know. I'm liking it so far, so I'm going to buy those. And then the last one I absolutely love. This is the Etherealist. Let me check. The Etherealist. I think I'm saying that, from Kevin Aquan. Now, when I was ordering from Sephora, like for my last 2 hauls, I was able to get like, you know, they have like the sheets and it has like 4 different samples of like colors of that foundation. So I was mixing a 6 and 2. I love that foundation. It is comparable to the Luminous Silk from Armani. So I'm definitely grabbing that, and I think I'm getting the shade 4. Something that I am about to run out of is the Benefit Ready Set Brow. This is my favorite brow set of all time, so I'm definitely gonna have to get my hands on another one of those. This product has been talked about by Kathleen Lights, and I feel like I've heard it a few other times, but I have really been liking the Youth to the People skincare line, and I have not tried their eye cream because it's one of the only things I don't have at my store. So I'm going to try that. Is the kale, it's the kale and aloe sunflower oil Tripeptide 5. It's supposed to be a really nice eye cream, but I'm super picky, so I'm gonna try that out. It's not expensive, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. This next item I'm really excited to try because it's about to be summer. I'm about to be on my bike a lot. I'm about to be in the sun. And I want a different type of sunscreen. So I love my Supergoop. It's a mineral sunscreen. And I just found this. This is the Supergoop Defense Refresh Setting Mist with Rosemary, and it's a physical sunscreen, not a chemical. So you can literally set your face with this. That's what they claim. And it actually has things to also help absorb oil. So I'm gonna try this, and it's SPF 50, and then it also has like a little hand cream in there as well. It's like this little duo. So I'm grabbing that, and then the last thing that I know I am getting is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I am like more than halfway through mine. I use it every single day, so why not get 15% off of another one? So obviously everything that I just mentioned, I am buying myself, but I do recommend for you if you're interested in buying them. Now everything else I'm going to mention are things that I already own, but I'm going to suggest to you. If you have not already gotten your hands on the NARS Loaded palette, what are you waiting for? Maybe you're waiting for the sale, and if you did, good girl. But I love this palette. It's amazing. It's amazing quality. Everybody that has gotten it because of me, like at my store, I'm like talking about it. Everyone's just like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And it really is. It's really good quality. It blends really well, and the colors are amazing. And with that, I'm also going to throw in the Vise Art palettes. My favorite two are the Neutral and the Warm Matte. So either one of those are going to be really great if you don't already have your hands on those palettes. And no, in my personal opinion, I do not feel that the Loaded palette and the Vise Art palettes are the same. If you don't use a lot of different palettes, maybe you only need one, but I'm going to have to leave that up to you to decide because I have to have both. I'm going to suggest some things from Tom Ford. Now, they do not have the eye quads on Sephora's site or the brushes, so those are going to be left out because they don't have them. I will suggest at least picking up one Tom Ford lipstick. My absolute favorite is Sable Smoke, and then my favorite matte is Flame. So those two are like my absolute go-tos from Tom Ford. And then obviously they just released a new collection, so Reflex Gilt Highlighter. Oh, you need that, you need that, you need that. And then also the cream and powder glitter eye duo. You need at least one. I'm going to recommend either Golden Peach or Young Adonis. Young Adonis is everything to me. I just recently got Paradiso, and that one is not on Sephora, or else I would say that over Golden Peach, but that's simply not an option, so one of those two I highly recommend. And then obviously I'm gonna have to recommend you grabbing one of the ultimate bronzers from Tom Ford. I use Gold Dust, but there's also Terra and Bronze Age. They are amazing. I recently talked about the new fragrance that I am absolutely enamored with. Like, I cannot get over how much I am loving this, and it's the Soleil di Positano. I'm gonna get better at that, I swear, but it's an amazing fragrance. It is just so springtime, summer, vacation. It is everything in this bottle, and I love it, and 15% off of it, you really can't go wrong. Other palettes that I love, the Sweet Peach palette. You guys, most of you probably already have that palette, but it's one that I go to a lot. It's one of my favorite palettes, so if you don't have it, grab it, as well as Natasha Denona. So if you were looking at any of those palettes, and I think I talked about this the last Sephora VIB sale, but if you do not have those palettes and you have been wanting them, all three, well, there's another one as well, but the Star palette, the blue, brown, and the purple, green, I don't remember what they're called. But grab one of those if you have been contemplating it. And then a foundation that I have been wearing almost non-stop is the Power Fabric from Giorgio Armani. I've literally got like this much left in mine, but I'm going to grab mine from work. However, I do suggest that you grab that one if you have not tried it. If you're looking for a matte finish with medium to full coverage, you can definitely get full coverage. coverage out of it. That is a super nice one, but it's also one that I say get matched if you can, because it is hard to match that foundation. Some skincare that I want to recommend. Obviously, I'm gonna say Sunday Riley Good Genes. This treatment exfoliates so nicely. It just makes sure your skin is glowy. I like to use it as a mask and then just take it back off. It's just a really, really nice treatment. And then anything from Drunk Elephant. I had recently gotten my C Firma and my B Hydra, so I'm pretty good on those. I don't need any more, but those are amazing. Anything pretty much from Drunk Elephant is top notch. And then La Mer. So La Mer does not have their beauty line on Sephora, but they have their skincare. My favorite being the Revitalizing Hydrating Serum, but anything, again, if you're looking at getting their moisturizers, everything in that line is just worth the splurge. 100%. It's got the Miracle Broth in there, which started out as treating burn victims. It's really good skincare. Another bronzer I want to recommend is from NARS. It's their new matte ones. What are these called? I have to go look. It's the Sun Wash Diffusing Bronzer. Basically, I'm going to suggest the Laguna one. It's Laguna, but matte, and the texture of it's not powdery at all. It's like almost like a gelée formula, but maybe not. But I've been using it a lot on clients at work, and it's really stunning. My favorite setting mist of all time, this is the Glam Glow Glow Starter Glow Setting Mist. It's so refreshing. The mist on it is so fine. It does make your makeup last longer. It doesn't make me feel really dry, but it's not too luminous either. It's like right in between. It is perfect for me, and I highly suggest you picking this one up for sure. This is another recent love of mine. This is the Quickie Contour Stick from Benefit in the color Hula. I've never used the Hula bronzer. There's just something about it being in that like packaging I just didn't like. I don't know, I just could not make myself do it. But this is really good, especially if you don't want to spend that much like the Chanel bronzer. This one is cheaper. I'm not going to say it's just as good because I definitely like my Chanel better, but this is very good quality, blends out really well, the color is good, and I do use it quite a bit. So the lip gloss, this gloss, Sugar Sugar, if it is in stock, get it, or any other color in general. This is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas. I believe I was able to get mine last Sephora VIB sale. I don't know, but I really like it. And then also I've talked about the dewdrops, and the dewdrops are so nice. I love them. It's much more subtle than the typical highlight, and I'm able to put it on top of powder. I just take my beauty blender and pop it on, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, that is it for my things I'm going to buy and the things that I suggest. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have something you want to suggest to me, please leave it down below. It is not too late because this video is going up beforehand. So I will see you guys in my next one though. I hope you guys enjoy the sale. Let me know what you're getting, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!